What's up, everybody? It's your boy Galaxy Greg, and welcome to another episode of the Be More Nerdy podcast. I'm your host Galaxy Greg, and with me today is Diva XOXO.
What it is, little dummy.
And our guest for the day, his name is James. He's the creator of the comic Immortal Dark. He is also a poet, and doesn't he love to show it? James, go ahead and shout yourself out. Let them know where we can find you.
Yo. So in the poetry world, I go by Enoch the Poet. That's spelled Enoch, and you can find me on IG at Enoch the Poet. But of course, I'm here as the creator of Immortal Dark, which you can find at Immortal Dark Manga, or you can check out our official website, immortaldarkmanga.com.
All right, awesome. You know you love to see it. So we're going to get into it. But as always, let me start off by first saying make sure that you go to Rep Sports for your Raise Energy products so you can use our promo code BeMoreNerdy to get 15% off of your purchase. It helps support the pod and helps support us. We appreciate you. And also don't forget to check out 21 Blackjack on webtoons. We will soon be entering it into the call to action contest, so be on the lookout for that. But as per usual with the Be More Nerdy podcast, how was everyone's week?
First, James.
Yeah, guess always goes first.
Word. First off, Be More Nerdy is a clever ass name. Can I cuss on here?
Yeah.
Oh,
Cuss
okay,
much
word, yeah.
There is no limits on here, man.
Oh, word, yeah. Be More Nerdy, that's a clever ass name, yo. I really fuck with that. So I wanted to get that out the way. But in terms of my week, I pretty much been prepping for the Kickstarter, which launched today. So getting final things together, crunching some final numbers in regards to products to make sure that, you know, if or once it gets fully backed, I should be saying once it gets fully backed, I don't go into debt trying to fulfill everybody's orders. So just making sure all the price ranges are proper, making sure I got everything together, and that's been taking up the majority of my week. Aside from that, I also own a publishing company, Black Minds Publishing, and that is the publishing company that you will see, whose logo you will see inside the manga as well. And we just picked up some interns, so I was getting some things together for them because Black Minds runs a online magazine that we do monthly that features different poets and visual artists, and so I was making sure that they were up to breast on how to review the submissions and all that stuff, because running 3 businesses on my own is hectic. So yeah, that's been my week so far.
God damn, that's a good week right there. That's a good week.
Impressed. Shit.
Color me impressed.
No, actually, it doesn't put my week to shame, but it's a pretty good week.
All right, Diva, how your week been? What you been up to?
You sure you want me to go? I should probably go last because
Okay,
it's fine.
I'll go next. So
Okay.
Ooh, that's
I'll go
spicy.
last.
yeah, she has some things go down. You feel? So my week was okay for the most part. I just moved into my house. So it's been
Congratulations.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. But it's been a lot of we've gone to that apartment like 4 times since we finally moved out just to get shit clean, make sure everything was right, bro. When I tell you we spent 8 hours on Saturday cleaning that motherfucker, I was exhausted, tired, but the floors, I not only vacuumed the floors, but we washed the floors, washed the floorboards. Jordan's mom cleaned everything so that it looked brand fucking new. I got pictures and videos of everything, every small damage I made and didn't feel like fixing, whatever. Like, there's like 3 holes in the wall from me trying to mount my TV. And then some of the sticky tack from like me having lights up ripped off some of the primary wall paint, but overarchingly we should get our security deposit back. Other than that, I just spent time with Joy, chilled out. I did my own planning, kind of moving forward with the next phases of 21 Blackjack and trying to get ready for the call to action contest. Other than that, I've been chilling, trying to recenter myself at this point, because I talked to Joy about it and I was like, this last 2 years has been super grindy, super hectic. I've been super stressed. This next year is gonna be, I'm still grinding, but I'm not gonna push as hard. Like I'm gonna ease up on the gas a little bit. Don't want to run out of it. You feel me? So like,
I feel that.
So I'm starting to move into that I need to relax state. Like, all right, things are where they need to be. Calm down a bit. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Take a vacation. Take my sister on a vacation. Damn.
We're getting there, all right?
See, he won't take her on a vacation.
I'm already planning to take her on one for her birthday. Chill on me.
Fine, I will accept that. Maybe. All right, so I got all the news because it's just been a crazy week for me. So I guess now it's almost been 2 weeks now. 2 weeks ago, I became a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Yay!
I
Yay!
did. If you could see me, I would be flicking my hair right now, but my hair don't really. Y'all get it. Yesterday was my birthday, and I spent it in the most magical place on earth. Of course, I was in Disney.
No, happy belated.
Thank you. And this weekend, all of my friends will be here for my birthday, and I'm just gonna be drunk, like for the next foreseeable future, and that's fine. I don't see anything wrong with that. Do you, Kill? Kill doesn't see anything wrong with that, and it's been a good week, a real good week. Oh, and I got like a lot of praise from my client recently on my new plan for this building that we're doing. So big things over here.
Word, spicy. That sounds like a popping week.
Fuck yeah, it does.
So. Oh, and I've been looking for this popcorn holder for mommy. It's a Mickey one, and he's like in his little 50th thing. Whatever. I found it. So, I've been looking for months.
Bunch of wins,
right? Yeah.
A bunch of wins.
Trust me, we were having terrible weeks before. Oh my goodness. You come to this pod 2 weeks ago, we were depressed. Yeah, we were just trying to figure out what we were doing to get by. But yeah.
I feel you. I was right in that same boat.
Yeah. Alright, but now we're getting into the good stuff, the meat and potatoes, if you will, the interview portion. So James, Mr. Enoch, if you will, you do a lot. Like you said, you have 3 businesses. How does it feel running 3 businesses as a black man in America? Because that's something that's not too heard of these days. It's becoming more heard of, with people trying to reinvent themselves. But go ahead and let us in on that.
It is beautifully hectic. And I say beautifully hectic because there definitely are a lot of hands on my time, but it's the hands I choose, and there's something great about that, because I work for myself, and I've been working for myself since 2017 when I first moved to Philadelphia, because I'm born and raised in Wilmington, Delaware, North Side specifically. Don't ever forget that. And it's beautifully hectic. I enjoy it. I enjoy a lot of the work I do. I enjoy the impact that it has on the community around me. Definitely get tired sometimes. Like, it's not all roses and flowers all the time. It is equally as much work as if I was, working for a corporation or business or doing a regular 9 to 5. Like, I don't think either one is better than the other, because you will see a lot of rhetoric about that, right? But it's really about just your preference. But yeah, I love it. I love catering to Black folk. Those are the only folk I care about predominantly, right? I mean, I love all people of color, but specifically Black folk. And everything I do is geared towards that, from my poetry business to the publishing company to Immortal Dark. It's all about Black people. So yeah.
I love it. All right, so my next question goes right into Immortal Dark, right into the comic, if you will. What was your inspiration for it? A lot of interesting themes here, as well as characters. You have a slew of characters already that I am excited to see and meet, just how they interact with each other. What was your inspiration for creating Immortal Dark?
So I am a big anime and manga lover, avid, probably consume more anime and manga than I do any other media, which is great. I feel like them motherfuckers can write, yo. Like, them motherfuckers,
facts.
You feel me? Like, we be having these comic books and you got 10,000 people in a writer's room, 10,000 people doing colors, pencils, line work, da 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 da. And these manga motherfuckers is just like, I'm gonna do everything myself and it's still gonna be A1, right?
Facts.
And so there's like, Naruto is a big inspiration for me. And I've been trying to write a manga probably, I would say, since 2015, right? And I literally have a Google Drive with 13 folders of fleshed out concepts, but I could never stick with one, right? Like and you know, I made characters, got some artwork done, all that stuff, but none of the stories were hitting me. And then I got to a point in 2019 where I was just doing some research on the world building process, because I was like, you know, maybe I'm approaching this wrong. Like, if nothing is sticking to me, and I know I'm a writer, I know I can write well, and this is something I'm passionate about, maybe I'm just not hitting it from the right angle, right? And I realized that I was creating stories that I would like to see, as opposed to creating a story I was emotionally invested in. And so when I made that shift, I was like, okay, what am I deeply invested in? Mental health is a large part of everything I do. My poetry specifically focuses heavily on generational trauma, specifically as it moves through the Black family and as it relates to all the structural things outside of that inform some of that generational trauma, right? And so I was like, what does it look like for me to create a story that still has all the things I like, because I'm a big martial arts fan as well. I used to practice mixed martial arts in college. Still has all those things that I like, but also is not necessarily about those things and is centered on that mental health aspect more, right? Like me and my homies always talk about, you know, what does Naruto look like if we get to see more of Sasuke? If we get to see more of like what it feels like to actually understand, like, yo, I grew up thinking this thing that was a complete lie, and now I realize I've been hating the wrong person my entire life, right? Like, though there are mental health ramifications to all of these things, right? There are mental health ramifications to having your entire family slaughtered. And as much as I love Kishimoto, there are ways in which his writing kind of like skims over that, right? It's like a lot of things that we kind of just have to put together on our own. And so that led me to Immortal Dark. And one thing that is like the crux of the story is the way that trauma moves through a family, because the whole story, its foundation is centered on Nico and his sister River, and the different ways in which they've chosen to cope with growing up under their father, who was, for all intents and purposes, abusive, right? And you know, there are a lot of things that come from that. And so once I got that down, like, all right, I know I want to write about generational trauma in the family. It was just a matter of like building the world. All the like people I was watching on YouTube and stuff were saying, build your world before you make your characters, because that way you have a world and a story that's independent of one specific character. Right? When you have a character and then you build a world around that character, your world is only as great as that character is. But when you build a world and then put the character inside it, they can exist in their own greatness on their own. So I came up with the continent of Jura, which is a predominantly Black continent. I made a bunch of different cultures that were derivatives of things that I really enjoy, like Nico and his sister are alchemists, because I'm a big Full Metal Alchemist fan.
Caught that.
Yeah, you feel me? But I reimagined what it means to be an alchemist. So, you know, we know traditionally alchemy is the process of transmuting one mineral into gold. Of course, in Full Metal Alchemist, they took that even further. And in my story, alchemists are a culture of martial artists who have the ability to transmute their skin into gold. Right. And so I like play with a lot of different things that I like really enjoy in other works, but I kind of put my own twist on them. And that keeps me invested in the story. And the first season, so to speak, which is 14 chapters, is already completely written.
Mhm.
I just have to get it illustrated, and now I'm working on writing season 2, and overall the story will probably be 3 to 4 seasons, probably.
Okay, okay. So, when picking, I guess, what makes Nico unique, right? Because obviously he's
Mhm.
different. His alchemy, I believe, if I can't remember exactly because I don't have my data book with me, but is it carbon that he changes his skin to?
Onyx.
Onyx, even better. So, onyx, I know is a very hard rock. I had an onyx necklace for one once, but
hmm
what made you say I'm gonna make him mad different?
Word. So, it's just like a trophy thing to have there be something special about the main character, right?
Okay.
Um, and I get it because you want the main character to stand out. That's why they're the main character. But at the same time, I was like, I don't want him to stand out too much, right? Like, I don't want him to be a Goku or a Naruto or even a Asta, right? Where it's like we're waiting for Nico to show up to be able to win. I don't want any part of the story to lean on Nico's presence necessarily unless it specifically involves Nico, right? And so I was like, I think the best way to make him special without making him extraordinary is to play on a derivative of his backstory that doesn't necessarily set him widely far apart, but sets him far enough apart where it's like, all right, this is cool. So one thing that I'm pretty sure is information that's already out, so it's not necessarily spoiler for me to say it. But Nico, his dad is an alchemist. Well, Nico and River both have the same parents. Their father is an alchemist, but their mother is not. Their mother is from a land called the Sun Peaks, which is where you will find the Ifrit people, and they are a group of people who store solar energy in their melanin, and then they can repurpose it into different things. They primarily use it to create like heated light weapons, and so because of that, River and Nico both engage with alchemy in a different way because of their mixed bloodline. Like in the first issue, you'll notice that when River goes into her gold form, it just happens. Yeah, and usually there's a hand sign that occurs when alchemists go into it. River doesn't have to do that because of the mixed bloodline. And so it's the same with Nico, where his shows up differently. It shows up by way of him having this onyx skin. And I also just thought it was cool to like what does it look like to just take a black character and make him even blacker? like he's super black now, right? And
Yeah.
onyx on the hardness scale is harder than gold, and so there's a way in which like he literally can withstand more than the rest of his culture. But that's not such an out there power that it makes him like unbeatable by everybody.
No, facts. No, I'm like, DB, you got a question?
So actually, it's less of a question and more of a shout out. So, just the trope in a lot of animes, especially just because the readers are young, typically boys, and young boys eventually men. Like, I just appreciate that River wasn't this hyper feminized female. Like, she looks better. So, I don't know.
She's a muscle mommy.
Yes, she
Yes,
looks.
thank
But that was what I was gonna say. I was gonna say she could get it because I gotta say that.
No, it's the rise of the muscle mommies, baby.
I was like, oh, she's cute. I was like, oh, and she's fucking wait a minute, what's happening here? So it was more of a shout out. So I guess my question would be, what anime tropes are you trying to stay? Because obviously you're influenced by that. What anime tropes are you trying to stay away from? I'm trying to
Word. So I thoroughly appreciate that you brought up River's body type, because one thing that I cannot stand is this difference between how we typically draw and see women fighters versus men fighters, right? And there's like the men, they always look like they do exactly what they do in the anime, right? Like you will rarely see like a dainty male character. And if you do, they usually fight in a way that matches that body style. But then when it comes to the women identified characters, they don't be looking nothing like whatever they're doing, right? It's like you have a size H bra size and no muscles, and then you are the strongest Hokage, right? And it's like it's so annoying to me because it shows that this character, although they serve a story purpose, was not created specifically to fit the story purpose. They were also created for this like level of appeal, and you can have sex appeal without being over sexualized, right? And so I'm like, if these women in my manga are combatants, they're going to look like combatants. They're not all going to be necessarily as stocky as River, but they're all going to have athletic builds if they are in that way. And I do have thicker characters as well, because not every athlete is a smaller size, right? Like I ran track and there were women on the track team who shot put, right? And they are equally in as good a shape as me. They just have a different build because they're playing a different sport. And so I really wanted to widen the spectrum of what women body types can look like without them all appearing dainty or over feminized, because I just feel like, why are we still doing that, right? Like we understand that it's perfectly fine for a woman to carry masculine energy. We all have a mixture of these energies, right? And so I think that should be reflected in the characters as well. So that's one trope I'm trying to make sure I stay away from. I'm also trying to stay away from one-dimensional characters, right? Because I think sometimes, a lot of times in these anime and manga, characters can lean too heavy into their personality type, and then they almost become like caricatures of themselves, or they lose nuance outside of the debates we have where we bring in the nuance ourselves. And I want the nuance to already be present, right? Like I don't want anyone to have to add extra things, even though that's going to happen. I don't want anyone to like have to add extra things to make the character layered. And so I'm attempting, at least, hopefully I'm succeeding. All of the characters are going to have, their dominant personality styles, but then they'll also have these things that kind of contradict that sometimes, or will surprise you or make you be like, oh, okay, I wouldn't expect that from his character, but that's real life, right? We have people who have like dominant personality traits, but they also still have these other personality traits that are very valid in parts of them as well. And I also am trying to make sure that nobody is like a token character.
Yeah, man.
Or a side. Yeah.
It sounds like you're making them very human, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah.
I like the fact that, they're beyond their personality trait. And I will admit, in writing, I have trouble writing women. That's why Diva is here to edit how I write. I have trouble writing women because I explained this on the pod a long time ago, and they tried to kill me for it. I swear.
Because he hates women. Greg hates women. That's the narrative that the pod is selling, and it's the truth. He hates
my
women.
goodness. So yeah, the narrative they try to sell of me is that I a closeted Asian woman that hates other women. But yeah, my point is I have trouble writing it because I don't understand your struggles. So when I bring it to Benta, I'm usually like, hey, this is what I thought you would say in this scenario. You correct me. She'll be like, close, but change this around. Or she'll be like, hey, change this body position to this, or do this. Don't, like, she gets me so upset sometimes because she'll be like, don't make me too masculine here, but don't make me too feminine here. Don't make me too much of a goofball in a comic relief. I'm like, we're all comic relief. The first 3 pages are you guys making fun of me. But
it's because, like, and it's not, no shade to Greg, but I'll just be like, okay, we've done a lot of this, so like, especially because I'm trying to look at it more from an editor's, like, especially with our own, I have to look at it because I'm a fan of our work, which is crazy.
As you should be.
You're a fan of your own work, so I always have to look at it from like an editor's eye. So I'm like, okay, we're doing a lot of this, so we need to step away from that, or we're doing a lot of this, or we need to do more of this. We got to dig deeper on this. We can't just gloss over on that. Sometimes it's not enough space on a page for everything you want to do, but we're figuring it out. But yes, I am loving the direction, the depth, and even like with the first chapter, like it was deep, but it wasn't. Like it was a very much. I was telling Greg this before you hop on. I was like, so where's chapter 2? I was like, I know I say that because I know that's what makes artists sick, and I know how hard it is to write chapter 2 and get it out and do everything you got to do. But like, where is it? I want it now.
No,
I just finished it. I'm ready for the next.
That's big facts, and definitely I enjoyed the hell out of it. I don't like how you disrespected my favorite power, though. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I do respect it. River's hard as hell.
Wait, what's your favorite power?
My favorite power of all time, because it rules all powers, electricity.
Oh yeah, Julius had the electric towers.
My man's got clapped 7 different ways to Sunday. I'm not gonna lie to you, it hurt to see that happen. But
so
yeah.
Funny story about Julius. So his name was Julius. His sage's name, sage is what we call the trainers, is Caesar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't even like me trying to be deep. It was just me being lazy and not like think too hard about a name. But Julius is Ifrit, which he mentions briefly. There are like certain things that happen in chapter 1 that like have value. Y'all just don't know they have value because y'all haven't read, y'all haven't seen the other things.
Yeah.
And so he mentions being Ifrit, and I put Julius in there with the electric powers, even though he did get wrecked, because I wanted to highlight that not everybody from the Sun Peaks has the same ability. So even though, because like a lot of abilities are culture based in my world, so like if someone is from a specific culture, more than likely they will have that specific ability. Like mostly all of the Alabastrians are cryomancers and can control ice. Mostly all the Ifrit people are photomancers and can like bend that like solar energy. Mostly all the alchemists can do the gold skin thing, so on and so forth. And so I put that in there because that whole thing of like people being from the Sun Peaks with not necessarily the solar energy abilities is going to come back up. So that might not be the last time that you see electricity.
Ooh, and spooky.
You feel me? It might not be the last time, and if things are panning out the way I think, you will feel fulfilled if it does come back up.
Hey, I'm hoping I do. Electricity to me is like the greatest power, cause especially when you're talking about against another human, right? Because not only is electricity around us in every sense of the world, just via our bodies, atoms, but your nervous system completely controls electricity. And I was like, if I was ever a villain with electricity, I would always be a hero. But if I was ever a villain, I'd just touch people and shut down your nervous system. Period. Point blank.
Yo, you can do a lot with it. That's why static shock is so OP.
Right? And people don't understand it. People be like, but you could do... No, I promise you I will debate this to the end of my life. But I'm going to get back to some of the questions. So a fun question I had. And this is a constant fear of mine. Like, because I know it'll happen when, we gain a little bit more traction, we get to where we need to be. Are you worried about Rule 34 coming for your comic?
What is Rule 34?
Rule 34, it's also a website, but Rule 34 of the internet states that if it exists, there is porn of it on the internet.
Yeah. Nah, the hentai bulls they're going to come for me. I already know, especially because like you said, River is attractive, right? And like this has been like a like this has been like an ongoing thing. And it's funny because I think, I'm not even gonna lie, I am drawn towards more masculine, energized women. Like that is a thing, and so I think that also plays a role into like why it may be easier for me to envision women in this way. But I already know that's going to happen. And then there is, so each country in Jura has a leader, except for one. There's one country that doesn't, and that ties into the history, which will come up in the manga. There are 8 countries in Jura. 7 of them have leaders. These leaders make a collective known as the Crown, right? Like the Crown of Jura, because I was playing around with like naming certain things to make Jura sound more like a body, like a body of land, as opposed to
separate entities,
just like a regular continent. Yeah. So like rivers, for example, not like River the character, but rivers as in like lakes and a stream of water. They're called bloodlines in Jura. So it's like the northern bloodline is just another way to say the North Rivers, so on and so forth. So in the Crown, there's these 2 characters that I know are gonna be, they're going to be sexualized next to River. There's this one character, Yami, who is from this land called Lunaris, and they kind of are like,
if you got the name Yami, you're immediately sexy. It's a fact.
Yo, and so Lunaris is a country that is sex work positive.
Oh,
right. And so there's like a whole economy and infrastructure, and sex work is like one of the dominant occupations like in that land, and they are treated properly and like all these things, right?
So like a good red light district.
Yeah, like a good red light district, you feel me? And so the aesthetic of that country matches that, right? And I tried to, when I was designing the character, because I always do rough sketches of the characters before I send them to someone who draws considerably better than me to do. And so I tried to like keep it sexy, but not in like the overt type of way that we often see in anime. Like overt, for example, I'm sure y'all are familiar with One Punch Man. There's like a dominatrix hero, and it's like, all right, like you really out here fighting like that. So it's like the clothes are sexy but also still functional.
Yeah, no, I get you.
And then the president of Solterra, which is where the IFC happens, that's like the America equivalent in Jura, is Amun. And she has a thicker build, but she is like, yeah, she's sexy, and off the strength of her personality alone, like she one of those characters she knows she's strong as shit, and she don't got no problem letting other people know that she's strong as shit. Like when we get to the part where like the Crown is introduced, which is like that's going to be in the first couple chapters of season 2, I wrote out this dialogue with them where it's just like, so all off the strength of these things, I know at least those 3 are gonna get sexualized. I wouldn't be surprised if Shula gets sexualized just off the strength that she wears a hijab, and I know people are,
Nah, man, hijabs is mad sexy. You gotta fall in love with the eyes and the mind. You feel me? That's what they for now.
So, I'm already expecting it. I don't know what I'm gonna do about it, for real. Because it's like you can't control the internet.
Yeah, you just gotta roll with the punches at that point. I see me and Diva are brother and sister, right? She's my older sister, and we both are characters in our comic 21 Blackjack. My biggest fear is that later on, when they see us, they'll see that our connection in the comic is similar to our connection in real life. We're very close. However, she is my support in a lot of ways, in ways that other people can't be. So in those emotional moments, I feel like some people are going to take it and run with it, and I'm terrified of that.
Absolutely.
So
I definitely though.
Go ahead. Oh, go ahead.
There are a few like hentai artists that I think do really, really, really great work in a way that.
Put it in the chat.
No, real shit. Put it in the
does
chat. Go
not.
ahead.
Yeah, I got you. Does not make me feel like I'm watching Bible Black. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that. If y'all not,
Oh
look
my,
it up. But
bruh. I
there's
know
this
she don't.
one. Yeah, there's this one artist, Norosuko, on Twitter. Really, really fire work. When we get to the point where everybody is like, doing they backdoor artwork, I'm just gonna commission Norosuko to put some shit out there that I orchestrated, and hopefully that controls the narrative.
Not you releasing Nico's nudes. Oh no.
Yes.
Absolutely,
Send me the news.
absolutely.
So
And everybody in my manga is an adult on purpose.
yeah,
So,
no, of course. And see, and that's where we are. I think there's gonna be there is an arc where we have teenagers there, but they're specifically there for purpose of the story, if you will, to expose a corrupt government. But that being said, I very much do love hentai artists. Period. Point blank. Like I don't find anything wrong with it. I have support a few on Patreon. Like it's AJ Art. Shout out to him. I'm trying to get him on here. He does a lot of like regular art. He's making his own comic or his own manga. My bad. And he also does a lot of hentai art. He draws not safe for work and safe for work versions of famous characters that you've known: Raven, Elastigirl, Power Girl, Gwen from Total Drama Island. His art style is very, very dope. Period. Point blank. And he also like gives out tutorials. So like people like that, of course I'm supporting. I love not safe for work art. That's why I can't go on Twitter while I'm at work.
Facts.
Just gonna see some anime titties on my phone. They're gonna be like, "Hey, Greg, we want to talk to you about the." Oh, I'll come back.
So I realized like everything, not everything, but a lot of what you're doing with your manga is attacking some of the unhealthier things in the Black community, like sex work, mental health, stigma against mental health, femininity in women,
Muscle mommies.
yeah, masculinity and femininity in women. Where does that come from?
I am a avid member of my community out here in Philly, and I do a lot of work. Maybe because of the mental health, maybe also just because I'm around a lot of queer folk who I'm close to. I just do a lot of work to really like dismantle the patriarchal thinking, the effects of patriarchy on all of us, because it really harms all of us, right? Like men do benefit from it, but we are also harmed by it as well. And so I think there are just a lot of ways where I'm like, yeah, we be thinking some stupid ass shit. And by we, I mean like the people, like the community. We be thinking some stupid ass shit that really don't be having no basis for real, besides just like this, we've always done it this way, so let's continue doing it this way shit. And that isn't worth anything. And so I'm deeply invested in education around gender. I'm deeply invested in education around sexuality. I'm deeply invested in education around consent, around trauma-informed learning. Part of my poetry practice does involve me teaching trauma-informed workshops and also teaching other educators how to engage with their students in trauma-informed ways. And I think all of that spills over into my manga because I can't write some shit that I don't agree with politically, right? I mean, that's why I have there's a whole country in Jura where everyone is just non-binary. They're just born that way. Their culture doesn't believe in the construct of gender. And that Enoch is one of those characters. They are a sage. They're Nico's sage. Nico, Imano, and Shula are all in Enoch's gym, and they are from that culture. And so, yeah, I have to immerse all my views because I feel like one of the reasons I'm not big on like slave narratives and like all those things. I think they're useful, so I'm not saying to get rid of them, but I'm not big on them because I've seen enough of where we came from and I want to see more of where we can be. And so with Immortal Dark, even though it is a fictional world, and of course, like, we probably won't get to a place where we're manipulating spiritual energy and things like that, I can put things in here that give us an example of like how forward thinking our culture can be, how forward thinking we can be in communities. And so I wanted to sprinkle like just little glimpses of like, this is what the world could look like if you just let go of this stupid ass toxic shit.
I love it.
That's so beautiful.
It's
I
mad
love it. I
deep.
do.
Thank you.
No, it's mad deep. I rant a lot about some of the not even some of all of the patriarchy things when they come up. I think that's probably my thing.
You're a resident ranter. What do you mean sometimes?
I try not to get on my soapbox all the time, but it's always something that just get me right on up there.
No, but we here
No,
at the Be More Nerdy podcast love everything you're doing, man. I have the data book. I'm going to share it with my other cohorts so they can get it. Also have the first issue. I let my sister read it, but definitely. And then the wrap up of this interview, man, I just wanted to let you know that I'm, on behalf of the Be More Nerdy podcast, going to be donating $150 to you guys finishing up the next chapter, so that you guys are one step closer. Because yeah, man, we love what you're doing, and we definitely want to see the next chapter.
We definitely want to see the next chapter, and we need what you're doing. I mentor a lot of young girls. Like that's my passion. Helping other young women realize who they are and to be them true selves, because I had to learn it and didn't learn it in the healthiest of ways, and it took me a really long time to get here. So I want to help them get there a little faster. So what you're doing is needed and appreciated.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, for real. I
No
really
problem,
appreciate that.
All right, let's get into the BNN, the next segment, because this has to be one of my favorite interviews thus far, man. Not gonna lie to you.
Word.
I hate doing this because I do have favorite interviewees that come back and then they be calling me on my shit. They be like, "Well, I heard that interview. You said that was your favorite."
Hey, man, step your game up. You gotta step your game up.
No more. But it definitely is my favorite interview thus far.
All right, but first off, we gotta start with the Be More Nerdy birthdays. We had 2 birthdays these past 2 weeks since we recorded. DJ T Jones as well as Diva XOXO both had birthdays. Yay!
It's coming up in July.
Right, same. When's your birthday?
July 5th.
July 30th.
Word.
But yeah, so happy birthday to my sister as well as DJ T Jones. Congratulations to them both on getting older.
Thanks.
It's okay, you're still the biggest kid at heart I know. Shit.
Oh yeah, I'm getting Disney all weekend, getting drunk, doing adult Disney, but Disney.
So first news point, this is just a gossip point that I wanted to say because it's funny, and once again, that patriarchal thing that we were talking about. Lori Harvey is, she's a PIMP, bro. She collecting the Infinity Stones of men. I love it. I'm sad that her and Michael B. Jordan split, but like.
She had to break my man's heart like that. Like, I get it. Like, if you're not ready, that's not what you want, you say no. But,
right. But
my man's is out here loving you.
It's all good. He gonna be fine. Nah, he ain't gonna be fine. His villain arc starts now. Someone posted a TikTok of him. He was watching anime, right? And they said, nah, she got my man's watching Naruto. I slowed it down. I was like, wait a minute. He watching Attack on Titan. One of my friends was like, no, that's so much worse.
Thing is better than having Steve Harvey as a father-in-law.
Hey, yo, you don't wanna play the feud?
I like Family Feud, but I don't like Steve Harvey.
He's alright. I think he gives a lot of good motivational talks to younger folks nowadays, or middle-aged folks nowadays. People who are around the ages of 30 and 40 can get some good advice from him, especially about relationships and marriage. But a younger view he does not have. I will agree. But that was just a gossipy one. But in anime news, Oda is taking a month-long break, and when he returns, there will be a One Piece festival celebrating the final arc that is coming up, and the final chapter will be beginning.
Praise the Lord.
You're right. The last chapter comes out this weekend. I believe the rough scans are out, so some people have already seen.
Not this weekend. This one. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, right. This
Yeah,
one. Yeah.
the rough scans are already out, so if you want to look for them on certain websites, go for it. But yeah, some people already know who the four Yonko are,
I
and
do. I got spoiled.
but one thing that I did enjoy in the previous chapter, 1052, they confirmed that Momo is trans. She was bathing with the men. That was a
No,
subtle way of doing it.
that's not what it is. We talked about this on the
Well, we
pod.
talked about it in terms
She's
of what they call her.
not
She classifies as Odin, not he or him, but Odin.
Odin. Yes, her pronouns are she, her, Odin. These are great pronouns.
You know, that's
by
pretty
the way.
tough when you classify yourself as a whole person. Like, that's insane. That's tough. But you know, Brooke was in there having the time of his life.
Yes, and I'm a little jealous because if I was in the girls' bath, I'd be like, she could have came over here though. That's cool. That's cool. We also had some of our first confirmed deaths in One Piece. I won't spoil.
Yeah. Because everyone loves to say,
But
"Oh,
which
they
is
hate
kinda
killing
nice.
people."
Right. And he did actually kill people.
See, y'all push that man to the edge. Now all your friends are dead.
I appreciate a writer who will kill off characters that have meaning, because I'd be tired of this whole like, oh, they're dead, but then somehow I was able to bring them back to life because I have Dragon Balls, or because the Nine Tails chakra magically made me be able to make a
So
nigga heartbeat again. Like,
what's it called? What was the war? Not the 1,000-year war. The Fourth Ninja War. That
yeah,
shit. Everybody was back.
it's like, come on, yo, like let someone stay dead. That's how it has meaning.
It makes death non-consequential.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, trust me. I hope we get to see some deaths in Immortal Dark, but I know you're gonna see some deaths in 21 Blackjack. Diva doesn't want me to put deaths in there, but
Here's my problem. Greg wants to kill people to character develop me. You can character develop me some other way.
no. It's not just you. Everyone's gonna have, not everyone, but we're all gonna have some character development.
I want to develop.
I'm gonna have to deal with my emotions. You're gonna have to deal with death. TJ's gonna have to deal with facing his problem. I had it all planned out. We're going to go through some trauma.
Why can't I just not develop? Why can't that be the comment about my character? Wow, she hasn't changed since chapter 1.
Oh, that's boring. We don't do that here.
Who does y'all art?
So, fun fact, that's how I actually ended up finding you. No Doubty About It. He posted your cover. Yep.
Word, that's who I thought. I was like, this looks like, yeah, word. Okay. Yeah, he's fired.
Yeah, he posted your cover art, and I was like, wait a minute, I know that.
Word.
So then I ended up following you like damn near right afterwards, and then that's when you had the data books out, and I was like, all right, bet, let me cop this data book. It's only like $20. Fell in love with it. Was like, oh, I'm waiting for the first chapter. First chapter came out, bada bing, bada boom. But yeah, he did everything for us. Great guy. Love talking to that guy. He's actually doing some commission for us now for our cover, and it's almost done. But yeah,
Looks great. My butt looks amazing. That's all I ask.
see, I was trying to make her, stronger looking and shit, and she's like, my butt could be bigger. I'm like, when is it gonna stop?
Yo, look, the thick thighs, you feel me? It come with the strength. It come with the strength.
Alright.
I have a news topic this week.
Go ahead.
Look at me prepare for work. Jennifer Hudson has EGOT status. So that means she has an Emmy, a Golden Globe, an Oscar, and a Tony.
Ooh, goddamn! Congratulations, Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah.
I thought the G was for Grammy.
That's what it is. Grammy. Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony.
What did she say? Because I just didn't even call her.
I said Golden Globe. She also has a Golden Globe. So that doesn't count for EGOT.
She really doing that shit, huh?
Yeah.
Goddamn, congratulations, Jennifer Hudson. Shout out to you. Big claps. Oh, if I record this way, I can play my sound effects. You guys can't hear them, but I can. I have so many sound effects on the soundboard. So I finally watched Chip and Dale, the Chip and Dale movie. It was actually really good, better than I expected.
Was it? I'm
People compared it to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I'm not gonna give a full review. We could do that some other time. But people compared it to Who Framed Roger Rabbit, like a New Age one. But to me, it was better. And people comparing it to Who Framed Roger Rabbit made me not want to watch it.
Oh, I love Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
You will love this. There are so many tasteful cameos. The story makes more sense than Who Framed Roger Rabbit. You know, a toon that's mad killing toons doesn't really make sense. This one's more like someone's kidnapping cartoons that are in debt, and to pay off their debt, he's bootlegging them. So they go through the same CGI process. They like change some things around so they can't be copyright claimed, and then make bullshit versions of their movies overseas.
Gotcha.
Like the little fish girl. Yeah, Flounder was in some serious debt.
The little fish girl.
Yeah, the movie, it was hilarious. I enjoyed it. Like, it was really good. Ugly Sonic's in it.
Not Ugly Sonic.
Yeah.
I watched Miss Marvel.
Oh, I'm about to watch that. How is it? Please tell me it's good.
I don't know how I feel about it yet. I really, really like the actress that plays her. I really like her. I've watched a bunch of interviews with her in it, and I like her, and I see why she's that character. She's really like, she is that person. It just, maybe episode 1 wasn't enough. Maybe I need episode 2, because it was very introductory.
Well, you know that the Disney Plus shows, especially the Marvel ones, there's always the first 2 to 3 episodes is where you get introduced. By 4, you're hooked in, you're invested.
And that's what I'm thinking, a lot like WandaVision, where it took, like, episode 3 has been, and I think that's just their rhythm now, because the same thing happened with a lot of the shows.
Hawkeye, Moon Knight. No, Moon Knight was good from the start.
Moon Knight was good
Loki.
from the start, and Loki wasn't until episode 3. Hawkeye wasn't until episode 3, where I was like, oh yeah, we with the shits now. So I'm like, I'm gonna give it to about my 3 episode rule.
I mean, my 3 episode
changed her powers.
Yeah.
That bothered me. I'm not gonna lie.
Really? Talk about it.
Yeah, the fact that they changed her powers, because I'm like, this whole, from the way it was explained, when I was watching like the behind the scenes stuff, it's like the gauntlets is what is giving her the abilities, and there's like some form of like multi-dimensional light bending that she's doing to get her powers, and it's like, that's not what Miss Marvel does. You feel me? Like, she's like the stretchy,
she's like Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, she's like the Indian Mr. Fantastic. And so like that whole switch was weird to me. I don't really understand what the purpose of the switch was. It just seemed off brand to me, and so I wasn't vibing with it. Maybe they were trying to make her more like Miss Marvel. Or Captain Marvel, I mean.
So yeah, so what's been going on with Disney lately, and they've been talking about it, because this show's been in the works for a long time. Like, they've been talking about it since, what was that game? The Marvel Avengers game. And they were talking about, like, so they keep changing her powers around because they don't want her to seem like Captain Marvel, and they don't want her to seem like Mr. Fantastic yet. And it's 2 different groups doing it, when in reality her powers are stretched. Like, that is her thing.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but people are hinting that this is why they're trying to bring in the Fantastic Four, and they don't want to have 2 similar superheroes, so they can add her in the next phase, and it's like a whole bunch of kind of politics, but you're giving a lot of people who aren't nerds the wrong kind of information, if you will, like, you know. And I agree with you, like, you should stick as close to core content as possible, because you're gonna get a lot better results, but as long as they don't fudge it too bad, I'm not mad. Because, like, you see, like, her crystal powers is still, like, doing a lot of the same shit. Like, how she would, like, in the commercial, she was bouncing around off the crystal things.
Yeah, she had, like, the big hands.
Yeah, like, but in reality, she would just stretch to do that. Like,
yeah, I think they're trying to make her, they're trying to give her her own unique power set. Fine, whatever. But they understand as a branding thing, they should, not that they should, but for branding purposes, should try to make it close to Captain Marvel's, and that's why she has this kind of dimensionally Peace. Block making power. She just makes blocks and shit.
Well, I guess they not gonna never do no champions like champions run because I mean Captain Marvel is not that different from Nova. You
Right.
feel me? So
But we're
it's
getting a
just
Nova.
We are getting a Nova though, because what was that? Multiverse of Madness kind of confirmed out who
There's
we're
a
about to
Nova
see.
movie in the in Phase 4. Let me pull up the Phase 4.
where so maybe they are leaning towards it. Well, Miles Morales isn't in person yet, but I
He's
mean
coming.
they only
I'ma
missing
need
they
that.
only missing a few pieces.
I'm gonna need that
He's
expeditiously.
coming.
We're actually 1 year out from getting Spider-Man into the Multiverse 2, or into the Spider-Verse
Which
2.
is looking lit.
Yeah. They just released a new image of him fighting the Spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this shit finna be fire. All right.
The Nova movie
In some more news, our boy Akil, he's been dropping all of his old music that he took off of Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, everywhere. If you don't know, Akil is a very amazing young rapper. He released what was
Friend of
it?
the pod.
Huh?
Friend of the pod.
Yeah, great friend of the pod. Me and him went to go get burgers. But he just released Nas, Young Da Vinci, and then this on your birthday actually he released. It was called Untitled Vinci, and that was all of the album that was supposed to be Four Door Chronicles and all of his B-side tapes. And as you know, my favorite song from him, Just Walk, was on there, so I've been listening to that on repeat for like the past 4 days. Even though it's only been 1 day. So, if you haven't, go check it out. It's on Bandcamp. It's on sale. You can listen to it a few times for free, but it is on sale for like 50 and 80 bucks. It is 30 songs. So, 30 songs on one. So, yeah. Ton of music. And say like 80% of it's really, really, really good. The other 20% is like, if you like them, it's good. But yeah. No, it's just me being a critic. I'm being honest.
Honest reviews. We like those.
Yeah, but like, I wish he had released some of these songs on Four Door as the album. A lot of his music has become very political lately. Not political in the sense of like going stand up against the man. But political is in, I guess, the way it talks, the stances, the ideas, the concept. Talking about more of what we're owed as black people, pay me what I'm owed. But I don't mind that concept, but a lot of these songs were more fun. Not necessarily radio friendly, but definitely a good time, more feel good. But, depending on the mental state of the artist, depends on what they will release, and I have no issue with that. In gaming news, Sonic has an open world game called Sonic Frontier, and it's reported now that it will take 20 to 30 hours to complete. I'm a huge Sonic
That
fan.
one looked very interesting.
It looks interesting.
I'm like big into gaming.
Yeah, same. It looked interesting, but I want to see better renderings because like the game looked a little choppy for something that's supposed to be next gen in 4K.
It did. I was more so intrigued by the combo system.
Yeah.
That part caught me off guard. I didn't expect that. That's not usually in Sonic games.
Right? And I was like, I'm interested in the concept because they've never done something like this before. So I'm like, all right, so we're gonna be doing something completely new, completely different. I'll give it a shot. I'll give you a chance, but I need to see a more polished version than the trailers they released, because the trailers they released were a little bit too choppy for my liking, especially for a game you say you want to release to be 20 to 30 hours.
I agree.
But yeah, definitely a huge Sonic fan. That was my last note, so we can go right into our topic of who y'all think. And the topic for today is, folks, who do you think, if you were placed in the anime world, and assuming that you were raised there, lived there, trained there, whatever, assuming what you know about yourself, who do you think that you could beat in said anime world? It's not limited. It could be anime, comics, movies, any of those. Everybody have, I don't know, let's say 3 or 4 people.
Let's go. I'm ready.
I got a few people. James,
And
ready?
you said it can be It can be any anime universe,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and the 3 to 4 people don't all have to be from that same universe.
Correct.
Right.
But
You just call them.
if I'm saying I can beat them, it is under the assumption that I was born, raised, and trained in that universe with that character.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
You want me to start to give you an example?
No, I feel like I have some in mind. I'm
Okay.
smacking Gara. It's over
Hey,
for
yo.
Gara. It's done.
Hey, yo, Gara.
It's done. Yeah, I like Gara too, but he getting smacked.
It's
a
mad
wrap.
funny because it shows
Um,
just who you think you would slap you in that world. Like, yo, I will make you my bitch. Just stop playing.
Yeah, because you feel me? I'm not Rock Lee, right? Like Rock Lee that bull. Don't get it wrong. Like, Rock Lee that bull, but he also nice. I don't give a fuck about killing somebody. So, especially if I'm in Naruto, bro. So I'm gonna have all the same skills, but with the bloodlust. It's over for Gara. It's over for Gara. So Gara is one. He getting smacked. This is all pure emotion, right? This might not even be factual. But if I'm in Dragon Ball Z, I'm off in Goku somehow, some way. I'm gonna figure it
You
out.
can have my help. You need help because I'm with you.
Yeah,
on that
like I will f***ing dance with anybody, whoever is down. You feel me? Goku is getting murked in a very painful manner because I can't stand him.
Bro, just make a wish on the Dragon Balls. You got that easy.
Yo, you feel me? The same way that he got all these amazing abilities. Oh, I don't know if that might have been a spoiler. I don't know if y'all knew about that.
Oh no, I'm caught. I'm basically caught up.
Okay, yeah, that shit was cap. But yeah. So Gara, Goku. I can't keep picking people with G names. I don't have nothing against G names. Let's see.
Yeah, he's just planning on taking me down. You know, showing off that my power ain't shit. Going after all these G names. It's okay. I know I'm a target.
You know, like electricity powers either.
I'm a target.
You're a target. New narrative.
I'm taking out Homelander. He's done.
Homelander gotta go.
You feel me? Yeah. I'm going for all the big names. I have a lot of faith in myself. So Homelander is going, and the last one. I would say this would be more of. This wouldn't even be emotional. This would be one of those like, I'm trying to fight you because I just want to see how far I can. You feel me? I'm trying to fight Sasuke because I love that nigga low key. And
he can go too.
Dang, I mean, I respect it. I respect people who don't like Sasuke because I get it. You feel me?
I don't like him just because like that man went through the same things as his best friend. You know, aside from the genocide, but like same exact shit. And you had someone that was there for you, but you said fuck that nigga, and like then you tried to take that nigga's dream. Like that's crazy. You ain't shit for that.
He didn't necessarily go through the same shit as Naruto.
I said minus the genocide.
Country be like, fuck you. You ain't shit.
Minus the genocide and the pedophilic teacher, same thing.
The pedophilic teacher is huge.
For Sasuke's sake, I hope he wasn't.
I think outside of the genocide, Naruto didn't have anybody to direct his hatred at, and Sasuke did, right? And then he found out that all that shit that he found out. Well, first it was just his brother, and then he found out all that shit was wrong.
With, Danzo, right?
Yeah, and so it's like there's a way in which like.
But my problem with Sasuke is he was so angry, and he had the ability, rightfully so, but he had the ability, the people, to not be, and did not take it up. Naruto could have said, fuck all you niggas, joined the joined the Akatsuki, and just blew up the leaf with pain. Could have been standing right, y'all shall no pain. And
Question. All right, question. Because you feel me? These are all valid points. I am a Sasuke stan, so I have to pose this question.
Go ahead, pose it.
So let's think about just like romantic relationships, right?
Mhm.
Actually, I have a wild theory about Naruto that I can tell y'all after I pose this question.
All right.
In your opinion,
Mhm.
is it easier to receive love if you've never been loved and had your heart broke? Or is it easier to receive love if you've experienced love and had your heart broke?
But he received love and had his heart broke, so he should have been willing to receive love, because I believe if you've had love before, I don't know.
I would think that it was easier to receive it if you've had it before, because you know what it feels like.
You know what it feels like, right?
Versus
Yes, you know
Naruto
what it
doesn't
feels
even.
like.
He never got to know what love was. He only knew hate.
But is that how people operate?
That's how I operate.
Yeah, we same.
I'm sorry. I'm going to the Disney World. I want everybody to love everybody, even if through the bullshit. Like, happy
So
ending.
after a nigga did you dirty, you never had trust issues?
I'm not going to say I had trust issues, but I understand that I cannot judge the next nigga or bitch from what the other one did.
That's beautiful.
That's two different things.
You know, just because someone
shit.
cuts you, don't mean you can bleed on someone else. You know.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just never seen nobody operate like that.
Now I know what I'm saying is foreign to a lot of people.
Yeah. But
Someone
it's
calling
real.
us all types of stupid bitches right now.
I get your point. I get your question, and I know the answer you was looking for, but you're not gonna get the answer from me.
Respect that.
But
Because I don't believe that. I believe if you have experienced love before, and I mean genuine, true love before, you should want to experience that again, and would be searching for it. I ain't gonna say searching for it in the healthiest or right of ways, but would be searching for it, not just giving off and bleeding all this hate. I know hurt people, but like, damn.
I respect that.
And yeah, I 100% agree. And like, my only thing was like, the thing is, Sasuke went through, I would say, in the early stages of life, went through more trauma immediately, right? That he had to kind of deal with on his own. But he didn't have to. Everyone in the village thought he was a prodigy, loved him, wanted to see him grow, wanted to see him win. Niggas was on Sasuke's dick all apart one another.
Hard. Yeah.
However, everyone hated Naruto. You had parents and children hating a kid who didn't even know who his parents were until he was a teenager. Man, if anything, Naruto had all rights and purposes to destroy the leaf, and I would not have been mad. Sasuke at least had the village behind his back.
I agree with these things.
But I recognize that, like, Sasuke is a character that has gone through something, and people who have gone through something, feelings aren't rational. You feel me? Like, you feel because of what you've gone through, how your brain reacts, how your emotions just flood out. So telling someone to act rationally when they're literally flooded with emotion, especially when like hate and despair, that doesn't make sense. So I feel you when you say like, nah, Sasuke was, he was valid. He's justified in a lot of the things he did, because he is. He's a hurt person that never chose to address said trauma.
And he comes from a culture where you kill your best friend.
Right?
Like, that's cultural.
Yep. Oh no, I said if I was Uchiha, I'm getting all of my kids puppies and then murdering it in front of them. We all gonna get shotgun guns in this bitch.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna make sure you love that dog, and I'm gonna shank the fuck out of it right in front of you.
That's crazy.
My kid's eyes red as a bitch. Yo, your kid got a shotgun gun at 4? Yeah. Just a prodigy. What can I say?
You're not a prodigy. That's not how that works. You're called a prodigy because you're so this Alright, I got a few people I can beat in a fight.
Alright, who you got? Because you can actually kind of throw hands. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Number 1, Bitch Amici. I'm taking him out first. It's over for him.
Who's that?
Over.
Takamichi from Tokyo Revengers.
Oh, I never finished that, John.
Well, the main character.
He doesn't get any better, I promise.
Oh, okay. I respect that.
He does not do any better, I promise. I'm still reading to this day. I'm still reading, and he has not gotten any better. Next, Deku. He out here. I'm taking him out.
I feel like he wouldn't hit you because you're a woman.
I don't give a fuck.
That's a hot thing.
I
Like, do you read the manga?
Yeah,
Oh,
I know what he's doing now.
oh,
Real cute. I'm still taking you out.
I
Yo,
respect it.
Yo said if I was in My Hero, there wouldn't be no heroes. Taking all you
You
niggas
can add
out.
All Might to my list. Matter of fact, you can add All Might to my list.
Yo said he throwing a ooh. You're a spooky man. I hope you know.
Not a spooky man. Alright. Next person, I'm taking out Aaron Yeager. And I'm
Oh
talking
my god.
I'm taking out season 1 Aaron Yeager, which I would be disappointed. I would never get season 4 Aaron Yeager. But season 1 Aaron Yeager, he's out of here. He got to go. I ain't got time for him. I
That
hate
was a
Titans.
crucial clarification.
We all do. We all hate them. Very specific. Season 1 Aaron Yeager. And it'll be just to my detriment that I don't get to see season 4.
Cause yeah, Daddy Yeager, he the bull.
Yo said Daddy Yeager.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Alright. Who else am I taking out? And then one of my favorite characters I'm gonna take out Sanji just for shits and giggles because I'm a female and I can.
Oh shit.
That's you ain't
Yeah.
shit.
Sanji with the transformation.
No, Sanji from One Piece. I'm just gonna take him out.
Yeah, but you know he got that what's that John?
Oh,
That
his
transformation he
his
got.
little raid cape. I don't care.
Yeah, his little Power Ranger John.
He's gonna nosebleed to death. I'm gonna take him out. Easy,
Nigga
easy,
said I'm gonna make you
easy.
have a nosebleed till you die. That's crazy.
Damn.
You're a villain.
I am.
Well, twerk on that man.
Basically. How did you do it?
He ain't never experienced that. All he knows is women with impossibly large busts. That's
So, yeah,
it.
those are the people who I would definitely take out. Oh, and then Batman. I love Batman, but he gotta go. He's the problem.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
that
lie to
nigga's
you.
a
You ain't
future.
taking out Batman. I don't care how big and bad you think you are. He gonna whoop your shit.
Nah, not if you don't got that prep time. If you don't know she coming, it's over.
You are an average person. Batman beats niggas over an eighth of weed. Stop playing.
Nah, she in the Batman universe.
I'm in the Batman first.
What the fuck special you doing in Batman universe? That's here. You going to New York City.
That is here.
Or, maybe we went on a date and I fucked him and I'm gonna stab him mid-ride because I ain't gonna
Nigga, you going to an island off of the coast of New York and saying you gonna beat up a nigga in tights. Stop it.
Batman is white privilege. Batman is white privilege.
Fun fact, Batman shows his face just so that the cops can know that he's white. Because there is a person in the Bat family who's black who has his face covered.
Fun.
Yeah. I'm not
There's a
talking about
black
Jason
person in
Doug.
the Bat family?
Yeah, he's new.
Oh, you talking about the you talking about in the Bat family? Like the boy that wear yellow?
Yeah, he's also a real Bat family. He's just later on. He don't get many comics, you know how they be doing the blacks.
Yeah, I know who you talking about. I like his character.
He's dope, yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember his name though.
Alright, so I'm gonna be honest with y'all bugging, because there's some niggas that even if I was in that world, I'm pretty sure I'd get my ass whooped, and I have a list of that too. But the people I do think I could be, I think I could be Korra and Aang. I'm gonna fuck them up. I'm gonna beat the shit out of Korra and Aang.
Of the Avatar?
Yeah.
Y'all talking about us?
Yeah. Yeah. We all bugging today. I'm gonna beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Pause.
And then you went for the strongest person in your universe.
Yeah, bro. You know how many people Korra got her ass whipped in underground fighting. You think I won't be able to be? If I'm in Avatar world, you know how much I'm training just to be a better bender.
You about to be Zahir?
Hell yeah. Don't let me be an airbender. I'm cutting niggas in half off the strength of just walking up to me. Don't come up to me. Peasants. I say anybody in Boruto. I will put hands on anybody in that universe. Y'all all weak. Y'all all suck. I'll beat the shit out of all y'all kids.
Whoa.
You name somebody good in Boruto. Go ahead. We'll wait.
And Boruto?
Nah, Delta was whooping everybody ass.
Kawaki is fire.
Oh no, I still kick his ass.
That little nigga get his arm cut off every episode.
That is
Bro,
true.
he got hands. Kawaki got hands. Boruto kinda nice with it. He's definitely further along than Naruto at that age.
He a prodigy. He better be.
He a prodigy.
The one shorty.
With Hokages. Yes, I would hope
The
so.
one shorty, you definitely not finna beat. The shorty that everybody fall in love with her as soon as they're around her. You getting slurped up and then you getting tossed out.
That's crazy because that's exactly what I want. Kick me out. Oh shit.
Everybody else in Boruto, you could probably smack. I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, except for Naruto don't got Kurama.
Naruto don't got Kurama anymore. I'm putting hands on that nigga. Why you let that man go?
Sasuke don't got the Rinnegan.
I'm putting hands on that nigga, especially. I'm putting
But you
hands
can't
on
like
him.
Sasuke. He got one arm, bro. That's not right.
You think I would beat a cripple in anime? Don't you know in anime being crippled makes you stronger for some reason? I'm gonna beat the shit out them cripples. Yeah, they funny as hell.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not gonna lie to you, this one's kind of wild because this man actually got hands. But I said, I go up against Yusuke Urameshi just to see how long I'm gonna last.
This nigga's gonna box you up. You ain't got that.
I'm gonna box that nigga. I'm not gonna hold you. I'll box with
I'm
him.
not gonna lie. If you fight Yusuke, you get hit with that police brutality, bro. He stay strapped. It's over for you.
Oh shit.
I'm done. Like,
I was thinking about it. I'm like, I could take Kuwabara. I know I could. That's not gonna be too. That's not gonna be too bad. But I'm like, I'm gonna piss off Yusuke. I gotta fight him afterwards. I gotta find out. I gotta know.
know.
Shit, that's deep.
Cause you know Yusuke gonna hop in the ring like, nah, you ain't gonna beat up my homie. It's like, fuck. All right, I guess we doing this. Can't back down now. And then on my last one, I said. I was being modest. I was like, damn, I could take anybody in Black Clover but Yami in a fist fight. Yami and Luciferio.
Oh yeah, Shawty with the flames.
No. Her too. I'm scared of her. Not gonna hold you. She's terrifying.
Oh, Luciferio was a demon.
Luciferio was the gravity demon. No.
Yeah.
What's his name? Lucius? No, I can't remember. But the Spade Kingdom King, who be using the gravity magic, because that's unfair. I'm not boxing a nigga that can make his fist heavier. That's not fun. It's gonna hurt a lot.
He got boxed up though, didn't he?
He got boxed up, yes, by someone who took half his magic. I can't do that.
That's true.
I'm gonna be out here. I'm gonna throw like 3 punches. He gonna be like, "That's cute." Bow. I'm dead. My head's smashed in. I'm good off that. And Yami, he just swole. I feel like if you try to punch Yami, it don't do shit. Like, he just kind of laugh.
He cut through dimensions. That's rare.
But three places I said I would not go. I would not try to fight anyone there. Doesn't matter how long I was in this world. You could not pay me to fight these niggas. I said the Berserk universe, cause fuck that.
Hell no. Yeah, nope.
The Hellsing universe, cause fuck that. I'm not fighting Alucard. That's over. That's dead. He can have that. I quit. And then last but not least, I'm not going to the DMC universe. Dante, Virgil, and Nero will beat my shit to a pulp and make jokes while doing it. I'm not going out like that.
Oh, I would love to be in DMC. I would be so stylish.
Yo, because that's how they fight. Like, they're stylish as hell, and they just be having fun. I'm not going there to get my ass whipped with style and be laid
I would
the
be
fuck
Blade. If I was in Devil May Cry, I would be Blade.
Hey, yo.
But like in Devil May Cry.
So yeah, those are places I definitely would not go. Like, under no circumstances.
Because I know I would get boxed up. Castlevania, not going there.
Them niggas can box. They can box.
Hellsing, not going there. Nope, good. Anything that has somebody named Alucard in it, I feel like I don't belong there. All the Alucards are dangerous.
I feel like if your name Alucard, you just gotta be tough.
I ain't never met a bitch Alucard.
Yeah, like you don't even say Dracula. Your name Dracula backwards. Oh shit. How you get that? It's like having number 0 on the basketball court.
I never noticed that.
Yeah.
I never noticed that. Wow.
And then Black Lagoon. I ain't never going there.
I would go there. They normal. I would fight Remy, but I feel like she would just shoot me. So
They know they built for it. Though. I know
Like,
not that.
I'd be like, see me with the hand. She'd be like, nah, pop, pop. Shit.
Yeah, I definitely would not go to Berserk's world. I don't want no parts of that. That shit seems horrible. And I would not go to Terraformers at all because I don't know if y'all seen that, John, but when they was fighting the roaches, nope, I'm good. Don't want no parts of
The
that.
fact that you said they fought roaches lets me know that I want no parts of this.
Yeah, they was like humanoid because they're on this planet with humanoid bugs, and so it's basically bugs that look like humans, sort of, and then whatever their skill set or abilities are as like regular bugs are times up to like human size. And so yeah, and like roaches, bro, roaches are wild and strong. So nope, I'm good. I would not be in Ghost in the Shell, and it's not even because I feel like somebody else would kill me. I will fuck myself up because of super websites I'll be on after 11 o'clock. So that would be a wrap for my digital brain. It's over for me. I'm getting hacked and it's done. I think those are the only 3 worlds that I would not feel confident in. Anything else, I feel like I could hold my own.
What was it? So there was one more. I don't know if you've seen, because you're all into trauma. Redo of Healer. Wouldn't go there.
Never. Not never.
I don't think I watched that one. I know
So
what that
Redo
is.
a Healer is crazy because it's about trauma, but it's about the worst types of trauma. Like, the dude it's honestly one of my favorites. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's terrible. That's my favorite. But to be fair, I'm gonna preface this by saying, did you know that most of the consumers of Redo a Healer are women? But, and I said, you're saying now, but when I tell you what it's about, it's about a guy. He gets labeled the healer hero. There's only like 7 heroes in the world at a time, and heroes have no level cap. Like everybody else, they are like extremely powerful, have some type of skill that they can use, that no one else has. So his is healing, and if you ingest their fluids, you increase your level cap. Yep, you see where this is going.
Yeah.
So when they find out he's a hero, he's 14 when this starts. They find out he's a hero because when he's 14, he's considered a man in this series. And the mage hero takes him to the castle because she's a princess, blah blah blah. He's like, oh, you'll be a part of our party. Also, if you're in a party with a hero or any hero, your stats increase by 10% more, or double by the number of people in the party. So you level up faster too. Basically, his healing ability is unlike no other. He can heal things that are gone. Like if your arm's gone, he can give you a new arm. But the consequence of his healing is he feels all the pain and has the memories of the pain from you. And he can also use that to get other memories. So so being a 14-year-old kid, he's terrified to use his power, and they're like, okay, cool. They give him a drug that makes him dependent on the drug, so much so that he'll do anything to get it, i.e. heal them. And he basically becomes not only their sex slave, but just a victim of the big R word, of everyone who's in that castle.
And this is a regular anime?
Oh yeah, no, this is like the first episode that all this is getting explained.
This is the first episode, by the way. We're telling you episode.
This is episode fucking 1, bro.
What the fuck?
But here's the thing, like, and he was so drugged up, he was never in his right mind. For 4 years, this goes on, and he explained it as like, and like if you watch the uncensored version, they will show it to you and tell you at the same time. Versus the censored version, he kind of just explains it as like, some people didn't even want my fluids to gain more power. Some people just did it because they hated me. That was powerful. Period. And
oh my god.
Yeah, and for 4 years this went on. But even his party members abused him. Like the lead chick hated him because he was seen as her as weak. The sword hero is a lesbian, and she hated that sometimes the chick would pour the drug on her parts and he would eat it off. So she hated him and would beat the shit out of him because he got the And then the third guy was a priest who was a rapist.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Bruh.
I'm doing this because I love you type stuff.
Yeah, and like he would have to heal himself every day because you'd be on the verge of death. But
And then
why are people watching these?
because this is what happens at the end of the first episode. He turns out after 4 years he developed a drug immunity, so he no longer was immune to from his healing ability. But then on top of that, he learned that he had other healing abilities. He can change his own stats around at will. So like if he has 100 points, he can put those 100 points however he wants. He can put them on speed, strength, magic, whatever he wants, right? He can take other people's abilities by copying them from healing them frequently. What else can he do? Oh, and he has corruption heal, which means he can basically make you explode from touching you. So he actually became the strongest out of all of them. Soloed the Demon Lord, and then is like, nope, you guys fucked me over. Heals the world and rewinds time 4 years and has his memories and is like, I'm going to get revenge on all you fuckers.
And he preps, so he starts poisoning himself early so that the drug will wear off earlier. He gets this eye so he can see other people's stats so that he can know who he really should be healing to get stats and information from them. He goes insane, and he gets revenge.
Yeah, here's the thing, like, and his revenging is bad, very bad, but at every turn, you think he's the villain, and like, nah, you went too far. They show you another clip from his past. It's like, nope, you did the right thing.
Wow.
It is an insane manga and anime, because the manga's still going, but it really shows you, because, like, and me and my friend were talking about it. For one, we were saying, like, it shows you, like, what the damaged mind will do. Remember, he was 14 when this started. This happened for 4 years. And then after
13 is actually the age of consent in Japan.
Yeah, so he was 14 when this started, right? But then after restarting time, he was like, I need to let this happen for 2 years. So he let it happen. The same shit happened for 2 more years to not only confirm that these people were terrible, like, no, these people are still the same people, but like, because he needed to get some people's powers. He's like, the only way I'm gonna do this is if I let them drug me. So fuck it. So, but it shows you like what the damaged mind is willing to do to justify, and the lengths it goes to justify the wrongs that it's doing, as well as like the wrongs he's doing to other people. But it also shows you like, so as he low-key gets a harem, like he has a bunch of females on his team. Most of them are pretty dope. But what you learn is that like he doesn't see them as like people he cares about and loves and has sex with all the time. He sees them as playthings. And like whenever they get hurt, his twisted mentality of what it means to care about something is like, you're going to break my toys. I'm going to kill you for touching them. And it's like, wow, you can only see things as playthings because you've been like so fucked up.
Yeah. That shit is out of pocket.
Yeah, my friend and me were talking about it when like the reason why the viewership is more female, it was his theory was that these things happen to women way more often than they do to men and young boys.
I can see that.
So when you see what he's doing to these people, it's a dramatized version of what some people wish they could do to other people. You know, you can't go out and kill your abuser, your rapist, whatever, and get away with it scot-free. But this guy can, and he can give you that feel-good feeling of, I got revenge on someone who did horrible things to me. Yeah. So like, it's a mad deep show, and like I'm reading it, so like it's gotten to a point where it's not all about revenge. It's more about his main goal of actually healing the world. But yeah, it's not for the faint of heart, is what I'd say. It's crazy, but it is.
Does
good.
not sound like it.
No, like, and I've suggested it to some people, and I'm like, it's not for the faint of heart, and they're like, it's not, but it's amazing.
Yeah, I know. D, right? She didn't finish it. She was like,
she didn't finish it. She didn't start it. She really wants to watch it though. I told her everything. She was like, I still want to watch it. Like, it sounds good. So
I will say it is good once you get past all of the grapes. It is. Really
me and my
good.
friend call it revenge because that's what he says every time before he gets revenge.
Yeah, I'll take my time getting to that joint.
Yeah, it's terrible, but it's a great.
I will take my time.
Just take our word for it.
Take our word for it. Definitely take our word for it. But
Long
yeah.
pod, Gray. I have to work in the morning.
Who you telling? I gotta be up at 5, bro. But yeah, that was all my news. And you know, people got to hear me talk about redo a healer again and probably think I really hate people. So
I was thinking it was funny that you know, she was saying that you hate women, and then the first person on your list of who you would clap was Cora.
Yo, I hate Cora. I'm not gonna lie to you. Damn, I'm just perpetuating my own narrative. Fuck.
But then you followed it with Aang, who's a child, so you beat
Children, it's crazy.
Pause. Wait. And to make it even worse, I said I beat a cripple. Shit.
Yeah.
You did.
I'm just a horrible person.
Oh my god.
Terrible.
Oh my god. That shit was funny.
Yeah, put me on the board as greatest villain of the year.
You got it.
But yeah, this has been great. You are an excellent guest. I just want to say that. Can't wait for what you have in store for us with chapter 2.
Thank you. Yeah, a lot of dope things coming. Hopefully, well, I gotta stop saying hopefully. This Kickstarter is gonna pop. You feel me? And then chapter 2 is gonna be out. Y'all gonna love that. We have a different artist working on chapter 2, but he's doing really dope work. And then hopefully we could just keep the ball rolling, because like I said, the whole first season is written out. So it's really just about getting the money and getting it illustrated. Also, never forget that Naruto is a gay love story, and that's it.
Gay love story.
We agree. So is Boruto. It's just more blatant.
I mean, it is the gayest month of the year. I'm not gonna, challenge that.
That's why Sasuke had to kill Naruto. It wasn't because that was his friend. It's because they weren't allowed to be open because it was feudal Japan. So he had to kill that nigga.
My man said he had to stick it in him because he couldn't stick it in him. That's crazy.
Yeah. I stand by that. You feel me? That's why they both marry women they don't love, and they spend their time hanging out together in his office.
I mean, no. That's funny as shit, I'm not gonna lie. I agree that Sasuke does not love Sakura in any way, shape, or form. But come on, Naruto cares about his wife. He
didn't like Hinata until he found out that she liked him.
That's how most guys are.
Not over here.
Facts. Look, I'm sorry, I'm ugly. I don't have that privilege of just liking everybody.
Nah, you the same person in your profile pic, right?
I think I look better in the pic. I mean, I got a fiance.
Young man, you got a nice beard. You feel me? Like, you don't need much.
Hey, the beard wasn't always here. It came after I started eating butt. You feel me? No, I'm kidding.
That's how you get a beard?
Oh yeah, if you ever young men listening, if you ever want to get a beard, just don't be afraid. Shove your face right in some clean butt cheeks and just, let the butt juice do its thing. All right?
I did not expect you to say that.
Yeah, I'm pretty out of pocket.
I mean, that's cool. It's nice that I'm not the only one for a change.
Oh, facts. We I think it was actually almost a problem how much sex talk we had at the beginning of our podcast.
Remember, that was a comment. So like, if you go to it's on
Apple Music, I think.
Apple Music, and you look at the comments of the reviews. A guy was like, I love their anime talks, but they talk a lot about sex. And literally the next episode, I was like, and this episode is gonna be strictly sex just for this guy.
Yo, nerds be horny. Nerds be horny.
I literally was talking about how I support not safe for work artists. I'm mad horny. It's a problem.
And you feel me? It's also and maybe y'all might disagree, but it's not even because we don't be having sex, right? Like the stereotype is nerds be horny because they don't be having sex, and it's no, we horny.
Yeah, I feel like nerds have some of the most sex I've ever heard of, and it might not be with the most partners, but nerds if you don't have a lot of partners as a nerd, you usually have that one partner that's a fucking freak, and y'all just going at it like rabbits.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll be slinging some good nerd dick. You feel me?
You heard it here, folks. Ladies that listen, good nerd dick. He be slinging that grip stickity. Come on now.
Oh man.
Well, yeah, man. It's been a great pod. I'm gonna sign us out with that one. I'm your host Galaxy Greg, and it's been a great post. Be sure to follow me on my socials at Mr. Space Awaits for my personals if you're interested in any of my personal life, or if you're interested in my Twitch streams or anything like that, follow me at Galaxy Greg, spelled GA1AXY GR3G. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. I don't really care about YouTube anymore. But yeah, and be sure to support the comic 21 Blackjack. It's on Webtoons for free, and we will be re-entering it into the call to action contest. So, make sure you're looking out for that come August 1st so that you can vote for us so we can try and win some monies.
I'm gonna blow y'all up. Y'all gonna be mad at us.
Facts. Diva.
Alright, I'm your girl Diva XOXO. You can follow me on Instagram at always_the_diva. I'm gonna give a shout out to our boy Niles for doing all of our background music to the pod. You can check him out at Millatron on all DSPs, places where you get music: SoundCloud, GarageBand, Apple Music, Spotify, Instagram, all those fucking places. Check our boy out because he's dope as fuck.
Word. And to sign off, I guess, I'm James, but most people know me as Enoch the Poet. You can find me on IG at Enoch the Poet. You can follow my publishing company at Black Minds Publishing. And of course, make sure to back the Kickstarter and follow my manga at Immortal Dark Manga. All these names are spelled exactly how they sound because I like to be simple and straight to the point.
Big facts. I just couldn't get Galaxy Greg first. I promise. I tried.
I believe you.
But with that being said, go forth, be great people. We are still in the gayest month of the year, so love is love. So make sure you go out and love somebody, whether it be straight, gay, or anything in between. But I'm Galaxy Greg, and this has been the Be More Nerdy podcast. And remember to be more nerds. Peace.
We out here.
Adios.